as I sleep and wake. Cause inside my head is a frightening place. Keep a smiling face only by this grace. Cause love's more than I can take, yeah. And so we pray. And so we pray. And so we pray. We'll be singing bye bye till nobody's in the evening. Everybody sing. Sing it to me. We pray, we pray. I know somewhere that heaven is waiting. I know somewhere there's something amazing. Until we feel no pain. We pray, we pray, we pray.
Only the best.
I'll be honest, I'm alright with me. Sunday mornings, in my own bed sheets, I'll be waking up alone. I haven't thought of her for days. I'll be honest, it's better off this way. But every time I think that I can get you out my head, you never ever let me forget. Cause just when I think you're gone, hear a song on the radio. Just like that takes me back to the places we used to go. And I've been trying but I just can't fight it. When I hear it I just can't stop smiling. I remember you're gone, baby, it's just a song on the radio that we used to know.
I'll be honest, I'm alright with me. Sunday mornings, in my own white tee, I've been waking up alone. I haven't thought of him for days. I'll be honest, it's better off this way. Every time I think that I can get you out my head, you never ever let me forget. Cause just when I think you're gone, hear a song on the radio. Just like that takes me back to the places we used to go. And I've been trying but I just can't fight it. When I hear it I just can't stop smiling. I remember you're gone, baby, it's just a song on the radio that we used to know. Just when I think you're gone, hear a song on the radio.
Just like that takes me back to the places we used to go.
And I've been trying but I just can't fight it. When I hear it I just can't stop smiling. I remember you're gone, baby, it's just a song on the radio. And I've been trying but I just can't fight it. When I hear it I just can't stop smiling. I remember you're gone, baby, it's just a song on the radio that we used to know.
Only the best.
You've never been to heaven, have you?
Ooh, it's the ride of your life. Hold on, cause baby, I might just give you a bite of your sweetest pie. Ooh, baby, we can go fast. I'll drive and you just lay back. I got the flavor, the last, yeah, the sweetest pie. I might take you home with us. I might give you all of it. Come get your clothes up, the sweetest pie. Ooh, it's the ride of your life. Hold on, cause baby, I might just give you a bite of the sweetest pie.
Baby, I'm the sweetest. Pussy is the meanest. Hot girl shit, but I'm cold every season. Know he got that pipe, let him bust it till it's leak. Yeah, booty like a pillow, he could use it while he sleeping. Look, don't be going through my phone, cause that's the old me. Ain't the only one tryna be my one and only. Real thick, moving slow, that body like codeine. He a player, but for making it, cutting the whole team. That body, looking nice. I got cake and I know he wanna slice. I wish a nigga would try to put me on ice. I ain't never had to chase dick in my life. I want that nasty, that freaky stuff. Live under my bed and keep me up. That Hansel girl to let him eat me up.
Ooh, this the ride of your life. Hold on, cause baby, I might just give you a bite of the sweetest pie. Ooh, baby, we can go fast. I'll drive and you just lay back. the ride of your life. Hold on, cause baby, I might just give you a bite of the sweetest pie. You got me hung up from across the room. I'm so high that I'm on another altitude. And on my cloud, I got some space for you. Got a taste for you.
Won't bounce to the ounce. Pick it up, put it down. Wanna put his nutty buddy in my fudge round. I'm tight than a bitch, he ain't had it like this. Toes curling like they throwing gang signs on crib. One thing about me, I ain't taking no shit. He will, I know it's pissing off his old bitch. Caesar, Milan, I got his ass trained. Try to let a dog know who really running things.
You've never been to heaven, have you? Ooh, it's the ride of your life. Hold on, cause baby, I might just give you a bite of the sweetest pie. Ooh, baby, we can go fast. I'll drive and you just lay back. I got the flavor, the last, yeah, the sweetest pie. I might take you home with us. I might give you all of it. Come get your toes of the sweetest pie. Ooh, that's the ride of your life. Hold on, cause baby, I might just give you a bite of the sweetest pie.
Real hot girl shit. Me and Dua Lipa finna get the party lit.
Just give you a
Only the best.
I just pretend that I'm in the dark, and I don't regret, cause my heart can't take a loss. I'd rather be so oblivious. I'd rather be with you. When it's said, when it's done, yeah, I don't ever wanna know. I could tell what you've done, yeah. When I look at you in your eyes, I see there's something burning inside you. Oh, inside you, in your eyes. I know it hurts to smile, but you try to. Oh, you try to. You always try to hide the pain. You always know just what to say. I always look the other way. I'm blind in your eyes. You lie, but I don't let it define you. Oh, define you.
I never lied when I cried for you, and I know you cried too. You cried too. You read minds, just couldn't deny you too. Always have to say bye to you. Always have to say. Love the way you're talking, love your style, but ooh, babe, you know that you got it from me, and it's on you deep, too hard to see. Hate the way I feel love only hurts with a real love, and it's taking every part of me. When you look, I can see love. One day I'm giving you space, and the next day you're giving me faces. And I like parties, not this place. It's coming out of my bag for you to get wasted. It's like I forgot that staring is rude, and that's what 5 shots could turn me into. But you've done most things that gentlemen do, so
When it's said and when it's done, yeah, I would never let you know. I'm ashamed of what I've done, yeah. When I look at you in your eyes, I see there's something burning inside you. Oh, inside you, in your eyes. I know it hurts to smile, but you try to. Oh, you try to. You always try to hide the pain. You always know just what to say. I always look the other way. I'm blind in your eyes.
You are my universe, and I just want to put you first. You are my universe, and in the night I lie and look up at you. When the morning comes I watch you rise. There's a paradise they couldn't capture, that bright infinity inside your eyes.
매일 밤 내게 날아가 꿈이란 것도 잊은 채 나 웃으며 너를 만나.
Never ending forever, baby. You are my universe, and I just want to put you first. You are my universe, and you make my world light up inside. 어둠이 내게 흔들펴냈었지. 길어진 그림자 속에서. And they said that we can't be together because we come from different sides. You are my universe, and I just want to put you first. You are my universe, and you make my world light up inside. My universe, my universe, my universe.
나를 밝혀주는 건 너란 사랑으로 수놓아진 별. 내 우주에 넌 다른 세상을 만들어주는 걸. 너는 내 별이자 나의 호주니까. 지금 이 시련도 결국엔 잠시니까. 너는 언제까지나 지금처럼 밝게만 빛나줘. 우리는 너를 따라 이긴 밤을 수놓아. 너와 함께 날아가. When I'm without you I'm crazy. 자 어서 내 손을 잡아. We are made of each other, baby.
You are my universe, and I just want to put you first. You are my universe, and you make my world light up inside. My universe, my universe, my universe.
Only the best.
We go together, better than birds of a feather, you and me. We change the weather, yeah. I'm feeling heat in December when you found me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain, and baby you know it's obvious. I'm a sucker for you. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Any road you take, you know that you'll find me. I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you. About you, about you, about you. And you're making the typical me break my typical rules. It's true, I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Don't complicate it. Yeah. Cause I know you and you know everything about me. I can't remember all of the nights I don't remember when you're around me. I've been dancing on top of cars and stumbling out
out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain, and maybe you know it's obvious.
I'm a sucker for you. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Any road you take, you know that you'll find me. I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you. About you, about you, about you. And you're making the typical me break my typical rules. It is true, I'm a sucker for you.
On top of cars and stumbling out of bars. I follow you through the dark, can't get enough. You're the medicine and the pain, the tattoo inside my brain, and maybe you know it's obvious.
I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Say the word and I'll go anywhere blindly. I'm a sucker for you. Yeah. Any road you take, you know that you'll find me. I'm a sucker for all the subliminal things no one knows about you. About you, about you, about you. And you're making the typical me break my typical rules. It is true, I'm a sucker for you.
Ever since I was a chick, and why was a shit? Shawty keep wanna come round, she wanna get hit.
She think she done made me, can I keep her by my side? Double up, bust on her watch, she know that I'm timeless.
I put my son in some red, I pull that gun off the head. Pockets on 22 clips. I'll make a order, come on, go so. Put on a shirt, get put on a blick. Feel like a stain, get ready to lit. I had to tell her that ever since I was a kid, no, I was shit. She singing my songs, she wanna dial it. Tryna get hit, house like a bait. Deposit it big, price of that check. Smile on my face, ain't paying shit. Come and get checked, ice on my neck. Roll her wrist, she in the sky, hell of a cat. Push out the church, 400 packs.
Yeah, I spend it in Paris. That's for these hoes, they finna flock. Just for fun, it's all they pop. Them just finna hit, I'm feeling hip. I'm rusting it all on my viewers. I
Feel like the rock.
Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit. If I was you, I would cut up my wrist. Exotic all over her body. Oh. She just wanna roll and I don't mind it. Ever since I was a G, I've been legit. Oh, now you should let her go. She wanna be yes. Double O tatted on her body. Yeah. It don't matter what they say, I'm timeless. City on fire when I'm coming home. Fill up the sky, I fill up the dome. Don't play it one day, it's a hell of a show. But it's gonna hurt, cause we did it first. Feel like skateboard beat, BBC boys on the creep. Feel like it's 03, Neptune drum with a beat. She hit me flipping a beat, she wanna fuck with the team. She fell in love with the cream, she fell in love with the scene. Oh yeah, her man quiet, not a beat. Broke his heart, PTSD. Hold his chest, let it breathe, let it breathe. Nigga scheming, I got a priest, he got a cross. Get out of line, send him to God. I shed a tear, pray for her loss, oh yeah. Ever since I was a kid, I've been legit. If I was you, I would cut on my wrist. Exotic all over her body. She just wanna roll and I don't mind it. Ever since I was a G, I've been legit. You should let her go, she wanna be oh now. Double O tatted on her body. It don't matter what they say, I'm timeless, 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 timeless. We timeless, oh timeless.
in the back. I see y'all going crazy. Come on. Come on. Let's go.
I've been trying to call. I've been on my own for longing. Maybe you could show me how to, baby. I'm going through withdrawals. We don't even have to do too much. You can tell me I'm with just a touch, baby. I look around and saw the city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly when you're gone. On. I say, no, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, I'm drowning in the dark. No, when I'm like this, you're the one I trust. We're running out of time, 'cause I can see the sun light up the sky. So I hit the road and overdrive, baby. Oh, this city's cold and empty. No one's around to judge me. I can see clearly.
You know the words. Let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4.
I'm blinded by the lust. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch. I said, I'm driving in the night. Oh, when I'm like this, you're the one I
You know what I said?
I'm just trying to let you know.
I can never say it on the phone. We'll never get along this time. I said,
I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I feel your touch.
Las Vegas. Say that shit. I can't sleep there. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Yeah, good morning. How's everybody doing? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. Tournament starts today. Play-in games today, 2 of them. One at 6:30, I think. 6:30 or 6:40, and then another one tonight around 9. Let's see. Let's see here. I made a bracket thing. Y'all, honestly, I'm just tired of people asking me. So I made a bracket. The link and the password are in the description. So click the link, type in the password, fill out your bracket. We'll see if anybody can beat me, which they probably can't. Yep. Let's see. Today we have St. Francis versus Alabama State at 6:40. Alabama State is a 4.5 point favorite. And North Carolina and San Diego State. Is that San Diego State? Yes. North Carolina is a 4.5 point favorite. I like North Carolina. I like North Carolina. I don't know about the first one. I got to look into that, but I do like North Carolina in the game tonight at 9 o'clock. So 6:40 and 9 o'clock, 2 play-in games today. Got 2 play-in games tomorrow, Wednesday, and then the tournament gets into full swing on Thursday with games all day starting at 12:15. The last game tips off at 10:10. So if the games start at 12:15, listen to these game times on Thursday. 12:15, 12:40, 1:30, 2, 3:15, 4:05, 4:30, 6:50, 7:10, 7:20, 7:35, 9:25, 9:45, 10, 10, 10. That means that the first game starts at 12:15. So it will end around 2:15. So from 2:15 in the afternoon on Thursday till 1 in the morning, there will be a tournament game ending about every 20 or 30 minutes. Thursday and Friday are the best 2 days outside of college football season in all of sportdom. It's unbelievable. Saturday and Sunday are great too. You have half the number of games on Saturday and Sunday as you do on Thursday and Friday because half the teams get eliminated on Thursday and Friday. But this weekend is unbelievable if you're a sports fan. It's like the Super Bowl. There's all kinds of people that don't give a shit about college basketball or don't watch a single regular season college basketball game, but they will watch March Madness. Or they'll fill out a bracket at work, office, pool, whatever. It's an unbelievable weekend if you're a sports fan. It really is. I'm excited. And I'll be heading up to the mountains to take it all in. I'm going to go up sometime tomorrow. I thought the games started at 11 in the morning. So when I booked a room yesterday, I said, you know what? Let me get the room for Wednesday too. Because I was thinking I'd have to leave here at like 5 in the morning or 6 in the morning on Thursday if I wanted to get up there in time to watch the first game. But the first game actually doesn't start till, what did we say, 12:15? But even still, I would have had to leave it. It's a 4-hour drive. I would have had to leave at 7 in the morning. Anyway, so I'm glad I got the room for tomorrow. So I'll go up sometime tomorrow afternoon. I'll wake up Thursday morning in Cherokee, North Carolina at the Harris up there, and then I'm going to head down to the sports book, and I'm going to watch college basketball all damn day. All damn day. And then I'm going to do the same thing on Friday. Now, Saturday morning, I'm going to have to get up at the butt crack of dawn because I want to be home on Saturday before the games start. And let's see what time. I'm assuming they start around the same time on Saturday. Let me look. Let's see. Thursday, Friday. Now, why does this say there's no games? There's no games on Saturday? Hold on. That can't be right. Yeah, it's not right. I'm assuming the games will start around the same time on Saturday, though, around noon. So I'm going to have to leave Cherokee Saturday morning around 8 a.m. to make sure I'm home by lunchtime on Saturday. So I can then sit down and watch the games all day on Saturday. I'm going to live stream on Saturday and Sunday, too. So I haven't decided yet what'll be on Patreon, what'll be on YouTube. It would definitely be on Patreon because we stream over there every weekend. So definitely be streaming something on Patreon on Saturday and Sunday, and we'll probably do something on YouTube, too. But I'm excited. March Madness is a lot of fun. I told the missus I was going to Cherokee on Thursday, and her reaction was less than favorable. Dang. Well, you got to pick your battles, you know what I mean? At least that's what people tell me. I don't know. Don't take no advice from me. You know, this is why they, people will say you should ask forgiveness, not permission. That's why. See? That's why. You know what? Here's the worst thing, and I don't know if this happened to you or not. This has happened to me before. Not with the lady, of course. Not with the lady. The lady is amazing. But this has happened to me in a previous life. What I don't like is when they get mad at you just for asking. Like just the idea that you would ask makes them mad. That's what I don't like. That's what leads to the forgiveness instead of permission routine. That does bother me. Now again, the lady don't do that. You know, if I ask the lady and she says no, or whether she says yes or no, she doesn't get mad at me for just asking. But I have had that before. That's terrible. You shouldn't get mad at somebody just because they ask. Again, don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm just rambling. I'm still half asleep, so take everything I say with a grain of salt. Well, actually, take it with a nod and a wink and a grain of salt. And what you do with the grain of salt, that's up to you. But yeah, I've never understood the whole well, I'm mad just because you asked. What? See? And then you know what happens next time? What happens? They don't ask. They just do. And then you come back and they go, I can't believe you went and didn't even ask. You didn't even tell me. Well, hey, lady. Not this lady. Again, not this lady. But hey, last time I asked, you got mad just because I asked. Headed to the store. Yeah, I'm going to the store. I'll see you in 3 days. Oh, man. No, I'm looking forward to it, though. It's going to be fun. It's going to be fun. If anybody wants to come hang out up in Cherokee Thursday and Friday, I'll buy you lunch or something. Come hang out with me. Watch some basketball. I have to admit, the lady is pretty reasonable when it comes to things like that. In fact, she's very reasonable. And I usually can tell if for some reason maybe she would rather I didn't do something. And then when that's the case, I try not to do it. Like, you remember about a month or so ago, I was talking about going to Vegas for this weekend of March Madness. And I was like, man, I'd love to go out to Vegas and watch those first 4 days of March Madness. Man, that would be so much fun. Blah, blah, blah. I never really asked the lady if I could go, and I never really told her I was going. But I just could tell kind of with some of the conversations that were going on that she really rather preferred I didn't do that. So I didn't do it, you know. Now, Pete, that's actually a fair point. That's actually a fair point. I think we all remember what happened last time I sat in the sports book all day at Cherokee. It led to the infamous Tennessee Man video. And guess what? Tennessee plays on Thursday night. Any chance that same Hilljack will be there to watch his basketball team lose just like he watched his football team lose that day last fall? Maybe. The thing is, he'll be hard to recognize because of that group of about 50 people, they basically all looked the same. They were all short, overweight, and had homeless people beards. So I probably could walk right by that guy and I wouldn't even know it. Now, something tells me he would know it. Something tells me he would recognize me, no problem. But I don't know. But yeah, I'll head up there sometime tomorrow afternoon and watch basketball all day Thursday and Friday up at the Harris Cherokee Sportsbook. It's going to be a great time. I can't wait. I'm going to eat me a salad and some calamari at the Brio restaurant up there. I'm sure I'll eat at the Noodle House. The Noodle House? Yeah. Or no, Noodle Bar. Sorry. Not Noodle House. Noodle Bar. But, yeah, come on, Hoghead. You can't come Thursday, Hog? Tennessee plays Thursday. You can't come Thursday? Come Friday, then. That's fine. We'll hang out, watch some basketball. Hell, you were good luck last time you came up there anyway, Hog, man. You were good luck to me on the blackjack table. So, come on up. Isn't there some sort of Bible quote on that, Lou? It's better to live on the corner of your roof than to live in a home with a quarrelsome wife. Maybe. There might be. Yeah, well, you got my number, Hoghead, so, you know, if you decide to come on up, just let me know. And I'll find you. What else? Did y'all get signed up for the March Madness bracket? I'm going to fill mine out. Y'all going to help me? All right. I started to fill it out this morning, and then I said, well, I'll wait and fill it out on the morning show. So I started with the South bracket. So the first round on Thursday, Auburn against the winner of tonight's game between Alabama State and St. Francis. I'm taking Auburn. Louisville versus Creighton. I'm taking Creighton. The 9 over the 8. That's just a smart thing to do. Michigan and UC San Diego, I'm taking Michigan. But now keep in mind, almost every year a 12 beats a 5. So we're going to have to find a 12 somewhere that we think is beating a 5. We might have to go back and change that depending on what happens with the other sides of the bracket. But for now, I've got Michigan over UC San Diego. I've got Texas A&M over Yale. I know everybody wants Yale to win a couple of games so they can beat Auburn right here like they did last year. I don't think that's happening. You know, on Auburn, though, I almost had Auburn losing to Creighton right here. Auburn's lost, 3 of their last 4 games? I'm not sure what's going on there, but I find it hard to believe they're going to lose to Creighton, so I did give Auburn the win. Anyway, let's just go in order. Ole Miss versus the winner of San Diego State and North Carolina, which I think will be North Carolina. I've got Ole Miss winning. But I wouldn't be surprised if North Carolina beats Ole Miss. Y'all done pissed North Carolina off. That's what y'all have done. Y'all have done pissed North Carolina off. R.J. Davis have 30 points tonight. They're going to blow this San Diego team out. Just telling you now. Iowa State and Lipscomb, I've got Iowa State. Marquette and New Mexico, I've got Marquette. Michigan State and Bryant, I've got Michigan State. So the only upset I have in this side of the bracket in the first round is the least possible upset you can get. 9 over 8. I may reconsider this Michigan UC San Diego game in a few minutes. All right, let's go to the other side, first round games. Duke versus the winner of this play-in game here. I'm obviously going with Duke. Now, I'm assuming that Duke is telling the truth about Cooper Flagg, and he'll be playing in all of these games, but we'll see. Mississippi State and Baylor. Now, this is going to be another good game here. I wouldn't be surprised if the 9 beats the 8 again here. In fact, I'm going to pick it. I'm taking Baylor over Mississippi State. Oregon and Liberty. I don't think Oregon's great, but I got to give them the win over Liberty. That's a 5 versus 12, though. We'll come back to that. Arizona and Akron. I'm going to go with Arizona. I'm not smart enough to pick upsets, y'all. I go a lot of chalk when I do this, at least in the first couple of rounds. BYU and VCU. Fuck it. There's an upset right there. VCU beats BYU. Wisconsin and Montana, I'll take Whiskey. St. Mary's and Vandy. God Vandy gets the win. Upset. Alabama beats whoever Robert Morris is. I don't even know who that is. All right, going down to the Midwest bracket. Houston will obviously get the win. I think Houston could win it all. Gonzaga and Georgia. It doesn't matter who wins this game here between Gonzaga and Georgia. Whoever wins this game is losing to Houston. It's great that Georgia made the tourney, I guess, but I don't even think anybody on this team was alive the last time Georgia won a tournament game. Georgia hasn't won a tournament game since 2002. Gonzaga's, they're in the tournament every fucking year. I'm going with Gonzaga. I like Clemson. I think Clemson will beat McNeese is a good team, though. The Taters could lose this game. McNeese is good. I'm going to go with Clemson, though. Purdue and High Point. I think Purdue gets the win. Illinois versus the winner of Texas and Xavier. You know what? Let's pick an upset there. Kentucky and Troy. Kentucky's going to win, but they ain't going far. Don't worry. UCLA, I'll take UCLA. They were hot at the end of the year. Tennessee and Wofford. This isn't a game. This isn't a game to get into the Final Four, is it? No? Okay. Tennessee can win that one then. Tennessee just can't. They can't get in the Final Four. They can win other games, but once they get to the 8, they can't win because they can't make a Final Four. Florida's going to beat Norfolk State 110-70. UConn and Oklahoma. There's another interesting one here. UConn's massive step back this year. You know, they're back-to-back champs, but they're not the same team this year. If Oklahoma gets hot from three-point land, this could be a game. I'm going to go with UConn for the same reason I picked Gonzaga to beat Georgia, basically. It just seems like they're the more comfortable team. Memphis and Colorado State. I'm going to go with Memphis. I got to pick a 12, though. I've picked all the 5. I'm going to have to go back and repick one of these 5 versus 12 games. Maryland versus Grand Canyon. Bing, bang. Grand Canyon's a fucking wagon. Grand Canyon is something like 29-5 against the spread in March games over like the last 5 years. It's just a ridiculous number. They may lose to Grand Canyon. I mean, they may lose to Maryland, but whatever the spread, they're going to be a massive underdog. Whatever the spread is, they will cover it. That's all they do is cover spreads. Fuck it. I think they win outright. Fuck Maryland. You know, I bet on Maryland to win the Big Ten against in the championship game on Sunday. I took Maryland to beat Wisconsin, and Maryland shit all over their own foot, so fuck them. Give me Grand Canyon. Missouri and Drake. I'm going to take Mizzou there. Texas Tech is another dangerous team to watch out for. I think they beat UNC Wilmington. Kansas and Arkansas. I'm taking Arkansas. A very experienced coach, and Kansas has not been good this year. So I'm taking Arkansas to beat Kansas. St. John's and Nate. I think St. John's beats the fuck out of Nate. Give me St. John's. St. John's is another team that could win it all. All right, we got to change one of these 5 versus 12s. All right, I got that 5 winning. I've got that 5 winning. Got that 5 winning. All right, I've got all 4 of the 5s winning. So here's what we'll do. Y'all tell me which of these teams is, one of these teams is losing in the first round. Y'all tell me who it's going to be. Is it going to be Clemson, Memphis, Oregon, or Michigan? Clemson, Memphis, Oregon, or Michigan? Who loses in the first round? A 5 always loses, don't they? Colorado State over Memphis. Memphis, Michigan. McNeese over Clemson. Michigan, Clemson. Michigan, Memphis. Most of y'all are picking either. All right, so Most of y'all are picking either Michigan or Memphis. This is gonna be a really quick poll. Like 1 minute. Michigan, Memphis. All right, vote in that poll right there. Who loses between those two? That's who most of y'all were typing. Don't bet against Clemson. Yeah, Clemson's been good this year. They could make another run. All right, I'm going to close the poll. Y'all say Michigan loses in the first round. All right, I'll change my pick to UC San Diego. All right, round 2, the round of 32. Auburn versus Creighton. Now, this could be an interesting game. Creighton's a good team. I'm going to give Auburn the win over Creighton. UC San Diego and Texas A&M. We'll go with Texas A&M. Ole Miss and Iowa State. I've got Iowa State. Marquette and Michigan State. This is another one that could be a good game. But I'm going to go with Michigan State. All right, round 2 in the East. Duke versus Baylor. I think this is going to be a really good game, close game. But I'm going to take Duke and Cooper Flagg to get the win over Baylor, man. Oregon and Arizona. I'm going to go with Arizona. VCU and Wisconsin. I'm going to go with Wisconsin in a really low-scoring game. Vandy and Bama, I'm going with Bama. All right, down to the Midwest bracket. Houston and Gonzaga, I think Houston wins. Clemson and Purdue, You know what? I'm going to take Clemson there. The winner of Texas Xavier versus Kentucky. And I'm going to take, I think Kentucky loses. Kentucky loses. Oh, what is this? Oh, boy. Well, Tennessee, man, you had a good run, bud. You had a good run, but you lose to UCLA. Dang, in round 2? Wow. Fire Butch Jones. That's unacceptable. Over to the west, Florida and UConn. Florida looks unstoppable. Memphis and Grand Canyon. Boy, Grand Canyon's got a good draw here. Grand Canyon can win that game. I'm going with Grand Canyon. Fuck y'all. Grand Canyon's made me so much money, it's ridiculous. There you go. Grand Canyon with the upset over Memphis. Grand Canyon in the Sweet 16. Let's go. Missouri and Texas Tech. I like Texas Tech there. Arkansas and St. John's. St. John's gets the win. All right, so the Sweet 16. There you go. All right, who makes the Elite 8? Auburn or Texas A&M? Well, it's Auburn. Iowa State or Michigan State? It's Iowa State. Iowa State beats Michigan State. Auburn beats Texas A&M. Auburn and Iowa State to the Sweet 16. Over to the East. Duke and Arizona. I got to go with Duke. There. Wisconsin and Alabama. I think Alabama gets the win. Duke and Alabama to the Sweet 16. Or to the 8, or whatever the fuck that is. Yeah, the Elite 8, sorry. Houston and Clemson. I think it comes to an end for the Taters right there. I'll take Houston. I think UCLA gets the win here. Houston and UCLA to the Elite 8. Texas Tech and St. John's. I think this is going to be a great game here. Either team could win this game. Either one of these teams could win it all. But I'm going to go with St. John's. Florida and Grand Canyon. This is where it comes to an end for my buddies in the desert. Florida will get the win there. Florida and St. John's to the Elite 8, along with Houston and UCLA. Wisconsin and Alabama. Duke and Arizona. Auburn, Texas A&M. No, Duke and Alabama. Sorry. Auburn and Iowa State. All right. Down to 8 teams here. It's get a little difficult here. Who makes the Final Four? Well, Iowa State beats Auburn. Iowa State beats Auburn. Iowa State to the Final Four. Duke beats Alabama. Duke to the Final Four. Houston beats UCLA. Houston to the Final Four. Florida beats St. John's. Florida to the Final Four. Here's your Final Four. Iowa State versus Florida, a 1-3. Duke versus Houston, a 1-1. Duke, Florida for the Natty. It tears me up to do it, but I haven't seen a better team over the last week than Florida. Florida wins the Natty. Tiebreaker, how many total points will be scored in the championship? 162. I don't know what this is, but fuck it. Submit bracket. Bang! Bang! So all you got to do is just copy that if you want to have a completely busted bracket by Saturday. So there you go. Florida wins it all. Might set a record too for points scored in the NCAA tournament. Florida's going to average 85 points a game, I bet you, or maybe more. If Florida runs it up in some of the early rounds against the garbage cans, their offense is ridiculous. Doing 5 brackets is ridiculous. Just do one. I don't understand. What are you going to brag about whichever one of your 5 brackets is the best? I mean, if you do more than one bracket, I don't want to hear no bragging about it. No, I'm not joining any brackets. I don't even like I don't like them. I'm just doing brackets so people stop asking me. But I'm definitely not joining anybody's bracket. The link is if you tuned in late, the link is in the description if you want to join the LouTube bracket challenge or whatever. The link is in the description of the video, and the password is in there too. The password is LouTube, uppercase letters. Speaking of Florida, are there any Florida fans in here? What the fuck is wrong with DJ Lagway? What is going on down there? I mean, I know you don't know, but is there any Florida fans that want to pretend to know what's going on with Lagway down there? It sounds like Billy Napier doesn't even know when you listen to that answer he gave the other day. What is the deal? There ain't no Florida fans in here. Where's Captain Trips? Or Jackpot, do you know? You know everything. You're the smartest college football YouTuber. What's the deal with Lagway down there in Florida? What's the problem? What's going on? Okay, nobody knows. Okay, great. Perfect. That's good. I'm betting North Carolina. North Carolina minus 4.5 tonight against San Diego State. I'm betting it now. That line's going to go up. It's going to go to 5 or 5.5. I'm taking North Carolina minus 4.5 right now before that line goes up even more. Did you see that Dabo said Clubfoot was playing like a garbage can who was already on vacation? Klubnik? You know what that is? Dabo said that to the media. You know who he was really talking to when he said that? Cade Klubnik. That's psychology there. That's like a hidden message. I don't believe that. I think that's just a message to Cade Klubnik, like, hey, stay on it. Like, don't, I don't believe that Klubnik is playing bad. I don't believe that. Yeah, motivation. A lot of times when coaches talk to the media, they're talking for the benefit of their team. Like they're not even, whatever they're saying is intended for a very specific person or group of people. Like they have an audience they're talking to, even if they're answering the media's question. That's some kind of, I don't believe that Klubnik is playing bad. I don't believe that. He's just trying to make sure Klubnik doesn't get a case of the big head and, with the Heisman odds and all that. Just make sure he stays on track. Yeah, that's right, Farm Man. That's what I think that is. Lagway had a hurt shoulder going into the season last year, but honestly, no one knows, and around the program seems concerned. It is concerning. It is concerning. Y'all know what I'm talking about? DJ Lagway is not throwing passes all spring. He's not throwing the ball. He's just going through the motions. He's doing handoffs and shit, but he's not allowed to throw the ball at all. Now, you might say, well, that's no big deal. Well, it is a big deal because they got new wide receivers down there. How do you develop chemistry, timing, all that kind of thing if your quarterback can't throw the fucking ball? So, and nobody will say what it is. And what the fuck? Napier's going on and on about opinions and second opinions, and you know what it sounds like to me? It sounds like to me somebody on Clemson's staff said, something's wrong with this guy. I don't think he should be practicing. And Florida went, well, that's no good. Go get a second opinion. And then the second opinion, it was like the whole King Henry deal, second verse, same as the first. It's very weird. It's very weird. Dabo also said Clemson's second string DBs couldn't start at the local high school. Now, he may be right about that. I mean, Clemson's defense was suspect last year. Clemson let Georgia run the ball on them last year. Do you know how embarrassing that is? Georgia couldn't run the ball on air. Oh, guess what? 2 Georgia running backs are limping around spring practice in boots and not able to do anything. I'll give you 100 guesses on who the 2 running backs are. that are limping around and can't do shit. I'll give you a hint. They have the same last name. Are those two ever going to play football? I'm serious. Are they ever going to play football? They're like Keith Marshall. Or what was that wide receiver? What was that wide receiver we had that was hurt constantly? And then he had like one good game his senior year and then got hurt again. He got drafted. He got a chance in the NFL because he was so good, but he was just hurt all the fucking time. What was his name? It was 4 or 5 years ago. Might have been longer than that. What the fuck was his name? What was his name? No, not Pickens. Not Blaylock. What the fuck was his name? Malcolm Mitchell. Yes, thank you. Malcolm Mitchell. Malcolm Mitchell was probably like the 4th or 5th most talented wide receiver Georgia's had this century. And he didn't do shit because he was in the doctor's office constantly. That's the Robinsons, man. I mean, I look, I don't celebrate. I hate injury. I wish nobody ever got injured. But at some point, the truth is the truth. These guys are paper mache. Both of them. Which is weird because the one especially, is it Roderick? The one from Mississippi. One of them's from California. One of them's from Mississippi. The one from Mississippi, I think it's Roderick Robinson, the one. Anyway, one of them is built like a tree trunk. One of them is built like his legs look like stumps. Like he's just one giant muscle of a man. And the guy cannot, he can't go 2 weeks. Where's that dumb fuck Patriot News guy at? You know, that's how all that got started, was me talking about Georgia's running backs. And he's like, you don't know what you're talking about, Woo. Nate Fraser's a beast. Yeah, that's great. I agree. I love Nate Fraser. You need more than one. That was the whole thing that started the whole Patriot News thing. The guy got so fucking mad and that never been back. He got mad because I said I'm worried about Georgia's running backs because they got Nate Fraser, who's a fumble machine and a true freshman last year and is not a 3-down back. He can't run between the tackles 20 times a game. He can't. Look at him. And then you got the Robinson boys who are built like tanks and spend half their waking life in the infirmary. Beyond that, we've got nothing. Zero. Plus an entirely new offensive line on top of that. I don't look, I'm not saying Georgia will be bad. I'm not saying Georgia will have a bad running game. I'm also not saying they're going to have a good running game. We don't fucking know. They need help. Something has to happen that we don't know about if Georgia's going to have a good running game next year. It can't just be let's hand the ball to Nate Fraser 20 times a game. That is not, you know what's going to happen if we hand the ball? Have you ever seen Nate Fraser? Do you know what's going to happen if we hand the ball to Nate Fraser 20 times a game? The same thing that's happening to the Robinsons. He's going to be on the fucking shelf by week 3. And if you enjoy Georgia spring games, you better go this year. That's all I can tell you. If you've never been to a Georgia spring game and you've always wanted to go, or you've been to a bunch of them and you love them, you better go to this one. You better go to this one. because it's the last one. That ain't breaking news. That's just my opinion. No, it's not. Kirby refused it. ESPN came to Georgia, wanted to televise the game, and Kirby said no. So that tells me they're heading in the direction of no more spring games. So, whatever. They can get in line with the rest of the fucking deadbeats that don't give a fuck about the fan. Fuck them. Yeah. Dion to the rescue. I hope that happens. Fran Brown said he's ready to get on a plane. So I hope that happens. That game's going to be televised. And guess what? I'm watching it. Kirby told ESPN to kick rocks. We don't want to be televised anymore. Every man, fuck it. Who gives a shit? The fans don't matter. The fans don't matter at all. Oh, that's right, Texas Rock. Yeah, the next time they send you a donation email them back and say, I know I've been sending donations in forever, but the college football landscape is changing, and NIL and portal and blah, blah, blah. So we've decided we're no longer going to be sending in donations, because that's what they're doing to you. Georgia's upping the ticket prices 30% for season ticket holders. 30%. You know why? You know where that 30% is going? To pay the players, because they don't want to pay them themselves. Georgia's got to pay the players a total of $20 million this year, just like everybody else does. And just like everybody else, Georgia doesn't want to pay that money. So they're going to make the season ticket holders pay it. 30% increase. Neutral site games in NFL stadiums in non-college towns, which completely sucks the life and energy out of every college football game. I mean, one of the biggest things that separates college football from the NFL is the atmosphere, the tailgate, the fucking canopies and tents everywhere. Everything that goes on outside the college football stadium, on and around the college campus in the 3, 4, 5 hours leading up to the game. Let's take all that away and move half the games to fucking NFL stadiums, because everybody knows, boy, an NFL stadium atmosphere is unbelievable, ain't it? Yeah. You ever been to an NFL game? Holy shit. You'll take a nap in that motherfucker. Kirby did away with Fan Day 10 years ago. Do any of y'all's teams still have Fan Day? Kirby axed that shit 8 years ago. He said, fuck that. We're not doing that anymore. It's a waste of fucking time. We don't get anything out of it. Well, what about the fans, Kirby? They loved that shit. I used to take Lou Jr. to Fan Day. You go up there, you wait in line, you know, Lou Jr. get his autographs from his favorite players. They did away with that 8 years ago. Now, the only version of Fan Day Georgia has is for like the top 5% of donators. And those people have access to the players already. Yeah, I still have that poster, Dula. I mean, when the schools were making $20 million a year from TV money, they needed $20 from you. Now they're making $100 million a year in TV money, but somehow they need $40 from you. I don't know. I don't know. I don't have a clue. I don't have a single clue. Do any of y'all do like an official spring cleaning? Let's change the subject from football. That's the whole reason I have this show, is so I don't have to get pissed off at 8 in the morning. I can talk about non-football things. Do any of y'all do an official spring cleaning? I don't really. I don't think I ever have. But I'm kind of doing one this year. You know, we moved in here just about a year ago. In fact, a year ago this week. We moved in here literally the week after the Slob Olympics last year. So we've been here a year. And, you know, you move in, you get almost everything set up right away. And then over the next kind of couple of months, you kind of get the rest of it. Pictures on the wall, that kind of thing. But what happened is, you know, I had my own place. She had her own place. And then we moved into this place. So we had like extras of shit like that we didn't need. Couches, coffee tables, entertainment centers, just knick-knack junk bullshit, you know. And so what happened is it got put in boxes or whatever, and it got put in the garage, or it got put in the shed in the backyard, or I think there's even still some in like the dining. I think there's still shit in the dining room, I think. Just like stuff that got moved in, but it's like, this doesn't go anywhere. What are we going to do with it? Well, stick it in the corner like that. Anyway, I'm going to take a weekend and get a lot of that shit straightened out. It's good weather-wise to like time of year to do stuff like that, because you can go outside and do that, or clean out the garage or whatever, and it's not freezing cold. It's also not 100 degrees. Here, the trash service here, and I've lived different places around Augusta, and it's depending on the county you're in and things like that, it's different. But the trash service here, they do bulk pickup. Lady, what do they do it once a month or twice a month? They do it at least once a month. It might be twice. Anyway, and it's on a schedule. And I've had the bulk pickup schedule magneted to the refrigerator since the day we moved in here. And all I do is look at it. So anyway, I think it's Monday, actually. Yeah, see, we don't have to, we're lucky. I have lived places around Augusta, Pete, where that's what you had to do. If you had a couch, you had to go to the dump, whatever. The only rules they have here, you can't put a refrigerator by the road, or wash machine or dryer. You can't put a refrigerator, wash machine, or dryer, I think it is, by the road. But you got an old mattress, throw it out by the road. You got an old couch, throw it out by the road. Old recliner, throw it out by the road. You know? Entertainment center you don't need anymore, you throw it out by the road. But they only do the bulk pickup I think it's once a month. And they're on a schedule, and the schedule is on the refrigerator, and it's Monday. It's next Monday. So I've already talked to Lou Jr. He's going to come over Sunday, and I'm going to get that fucking garage cleaned out. Our garage right now is basically unusable. There's enough room in our garage for me to park the car in there. That's it. You know what I'm saying? There's enough room in the garage for me to park the car in there and open the door halfway, basically. And I know, a lot of garages are that way, and it doesn't make me a weirdo. A lot of people use their garage for like basically a storage unit, But I would like to have the garage set up like, get like some furniture out there, put a dartboard on the wall. You hear that, Jay? Put a dartboard on the wall out there, hang a TV out there, whatever. It's wasted space right now. Anyway, so we're going to do that. There's some things I want to do in the house too. I got the lady 2 bedroom chairs for Christmas, matching. Is that a thing? Bedroom chair? Do you know what I'm talking about when I say bedroom chairs? They're basically chairs with no armrests or anything on them, right? They're just these like plush. They're white plush chairs with no armrests at all, just a seat in the back. You know what I'm talking about when I say like a chair you would sit in to put your socks on or some shit, whatever. Anyway, I got her 2 of those for Christmas. And, well, I call them chairs. They're not stools. Stools don't have backs, but they're chairs. I call them chairs. But really what they are is things to put clothes on. Like you just stack clothes on there is really what you do. I want to fix that. I want to fix that. I want to make it to where those chairs are actually chairs and can be sat in. Not a thing that you just stack clothes on. I might hire Jay to redo my entire garage. I need to talk to the missus about it. Well, you sit her down and you go, listen, look, Mrs. Pete, I got good news and I got bad news. What do you want first? Now, Mrs. Pete is an optimist, so she's going to go, give me the good news. And you're going to go, okay. You know how you always wanted that garage cleaned out? Well, guess what? I'm hiring Jay Shippus to come do it for you. And she's going to go, oh, that's amazing. That's great. You're so sweet, Pete. Thank you. Droovy, thank you, even, she'll probably tell you. And then she's going to be so excited, she's going to forget that there's bad news coming. And then you're going to have to remind her. You're going to have to calm her down. You're going to have to go, hey, I know you're excited. You deserve a nice garage. I'm going to do that for you, but you forgot there's some bad news too. And she's going to go, oh boy, what is it? And you're going to go, after I drop the kids off at school Thursday morning, I'm hitting the road for Cherokee. And then as soon as you say that, I want you to cover your head and run. Yeah, so Lou Jr.'s coming over on Sunday, hopefully. Because there's some stuff out there I just can't carry on my own. There's there's an old couch out there, and it's a big old sectional, like it's a 3-piece. I actually can't remember if it's 2 pieces or 3 pieces, but it's a big ass couch. And then there's other stuff out there that it's not that it's too heavy. It's just, you know how some stuff, it's not that it's too heavy. It's just maybe it's the way it's shaped or what it's just awkward. Like the only way I could get it down to the street would be like to just, roll it down the driveway, basically flip it over or some shit. Anyway, he's going to come over on Sunday. And, he's driving now. So he's all the time wanting to do something for money. He came over last week, and I have one of those fire pits that you buy like from Walmart. It's basically just a black cauldron with 4 legs on it, and you put wood in there and light it on fire. And I was going to build a fire pit around it out of like these bricks that we have back behind the storage shed. And I've been going to do that forever, and I just never did it. And he kept calling and asking, hey, is there anything I can do? Or, I got to make some money. He has a job now, but he just started like last week, and so he doesn't get paid until next Thursday. So hopefully, he'll have some of his own money then. But ever since he turned 16 in January, he's been constantly wanting to do like chores or something to earn $20, or whatever, so he can put gas in his car. And so I finally told him, I was like, well, come over here and move these bricks around and up around the fire pit and the thing, and I'll give you some money. And he did it. He moved the bricks from behind the shed and he stacked them around the fire pit. But oh boy, it's not the best looking bricked up fire pit you've ever seen. I'll tell you that right now. Hold on, I got a text message from Mrs. Pete. What does this say? If Pete goes to Cherokee, when he leaves Cherokee, he might as well just drive straight to your house and stay there permanently. Oh, boy. No, I'm just kidding. She didn't text me that. It's actually a text message from Sir UJ wanting to know what basketball games we're betting on today. I don't know about that first game, St. Francis and Alabama State. I'll have to look at that one, but I already bet North Carolina -4.5, and I think it's going to go higher. I think it's going to go to 5 or 5.5. North Carolina's got a point to prove. Unsung says, my dad had me a job lined up a week before my 16th birthday. I didn't have to work in high school. I played sports in the fall and the spring, so I really couldn't work. So my parents were good about that. They would put gas in the car and stuff like that. But when I graduated high school, I had enrolled at college here in town, Augusta State, and it started in the middle of August or whatever. I graduated high school the end of May on, I think, a Friday. The next day, me and 5 or 6 of my buddies left and went and stayed a week in Myrtle Beach. Literally the week after I graduated high school, we went to Myrtle Beach for the week. Got back home that next Saturday, and my dad had me a job Monday at a fucking Fisher Price plant where they literally making toys in a factory. And I said, what is this? See, my dad had worked in a factory his whole life. He had worked in a paper plant, a paper mill his whole life. And he said, when I got back from that trip to Myrtle Beach, he said, you're out of high school. You're getting ready to start college. I want you to go to college. I want you to get yourself a good job. I don't want you to have to spend the next 40 years doing what you're about to spend the next 2 months doing. But I want you to go do it so that you understand why you don't want to do it. And he sure did. He sent me to work at that fucking Fisher Price factory all of June and all of July. There's nothing wrong with working in a factory, but you know how parents are. They want their kids to do something better or different than what they did or whatever. And he was like, I don't want you. I want you to have options. I don't want you doing what I did. And my dad made a good living. I mean, we weren't rich, but we weren't hungry either. We went on one vacation every summer. We were probably a typical middle class family, you know, 2 cars, a vacation every summer, a house. My mom was a part-time nurse, and my dad worked swing shift at a paper plant for 40 years. And he didn't want us doing that. He sure did. I took a summer, I took a senior trip to Myrtle Beach, came back on a Saturday. He had that job lined up for me Monday, 12-hour shifts, 4 days a week, 6 in the morning to 6 at night, 4 on, 4 off. Yeah. I was throwing watermelons and cantaloupes during summers, 12, 13, and 15 years old. Learned how to back a trailer with a tractor early. Even hung a little tobacco, says Jay. What paper mill? We are Augusta Newsprint people. My grandfather retired from Augusta Newsprint. My dad worked at Deerfield down the road from Augusta Newsprint. But my grandfather on my mom's side retired from, he did 40 years at Augusta Newsprint, retired from there. My dad worked at my dad and his dad. So my dad and my granddad on my dad's side both worked at Deerfield. My granddad retired from Deerfield. My dad worked at Deerfield until it closed. It's the only job he'd ever, my dad got a job at Deerfield when he was 20. He worked there till he was 52, 53, and out of the blue, they shut down. So my dad is 52 years old, no college degree, and has never had any job other than working at a paper plant. He didn't even know how to type out a resume, fill one out, nothing. We had to help him with all that. Anyway, he got, not lucky, but he landed another job really quick at one of the chemical plants in town. So it worked out, but yeah. Yeah, those paper plants stink to high heaven. I had a teammate in high school who ran a 4.3. Don't have a Mexican dad. They never come back when they run an errand. Damn. Come on, man. Maybe he got picked up, you know. He might have got picked up. But honestly, even if he did get picked up and deported all those years ago, there's no excuse for him not sneaking back in by now. I mean, obviously, it's pretty easy. What else? We talked about DJ Lagway not allowed to throw the football. No one knows why. Colorado and Syracuse want to play a spring game in Boulder. Florida and Wisconsin have the two most difficult schedules in the country. That's what I keep hearing. I don't know if it's harder to sneak in now or if just no one wants to come here now. I don't know which it is. I don't know. I guess I better get out of here. Going to Cherokee tomorrow, which means I have to spend half the day today having anxiety about what to pack in my suitcase. And I don't think all my laundry is done. I did a load of laundry yesterday, but I think I have another load, maybe two. And I can't pack unless all of my clothes are clean and available. Now, I'm just out of luck on some things that have to go to the dry cleaner. This was a last minute thing, and I don't have time to do the dry cleaner routine. But I think the only thing I have that has to be dry cleaned is the linen shit I wore on the cruise, and I wouldn't wear that up to Cherokee this time of year anyway. It's probably still cold up there. Let's look at the weather before I get out of here. I usually look before I go to make sure it's not raining or snowing or whatever. I don't like driving up and down the mountains and that bullshit, but I forgot to even look yesterday. Cherokee, North Kakalaki. What is the weather? What is the weather there? Oh, I've got a Slob Olympics email address to give. Let me do that now so I don't forget. Slob Olympics 2026 at gmail.com. So, we take suggestions every time, every year at this time of year for where we should do next year's Slob Olympics. That's how we ended up on the cruise. That's how we ended up at Panama City the year before that. We take suggestions from everybody on where we should do the Slob Olympics the following year, which will be March of 2026. So if you have an idea or a suggestion, email it to that email address right there, slobolympics2026 at gmail.com. Me, Pete, and BA will all have access to that email. We'll be able to go through the emails, read them. Now, don't just send us a city. Don't just send an email that says, do it in Nashville. This is like when countries put in bids for the Olympics, the real Olympics. You got, if there's a place you want us to do the Slob Olympics, we're willing to do it there, but you have to help with some of the planning. And what that means is when you send the email, we need to know, city and state, but we need to know a couple of suggestions for some hotels. Where would we do the actual Slob Olympics? Is there a park nearby with a big grassy area? Is it on a beach so we could do it out on the beach? If you want us to do the Slob Olympics at your suggested city, then you got to let us know some particulars, some details, and that. All right? Slob Olympics 2026 at gmail.com. All right. Now back to the weather forecast section of this morning's news report. Cherokee, North Carolina, right now 34 degrees. Let's see. 10-day forecast. All right, tomorrow, Wednesday, Wow, it's nice tomorrow. 76 tomorrow. 51 tomorrow night. 55 on Thursday, and rain. Well, I'll already be there by Thursday, so I won't have to drive in that, so that's fine. Friday, 61. Friday night, a low of 37. Saturday, I'm coming home, 64. So, okay, the weather's fine for me. The weather's fine for me. Texas rocks. How do I send a suggestion? Texas rocks. I haven't done a Georgia Tech schedule preview yet, but when I do a Georgia Tech schedule preview, the directions on how you send in a suggestion will be somewhere in that Georgia Tech schedule preview. Dang. Big dang, too. Yeah, I know. Jackpot, that's an inside joke with Texas Rocks about the Georgia Tech schedule preview. Yeah, I did it the other day. He knows that. He's messing with me. Yeah. Yeah, send it during next week's baseball stream that I'm going to do. Oh, man. Jackpot, I hope your wife had a good time on the cruise. She seemed like she did. She's nice. I like her. She's a little quiet, but, you know, being around us as a group can be a little intimidating if you haven't hung around us a bunch of times, you know. But she's always been really nice when I've talked to her. She had a great time. Okay, good. Good. Yeah, don't forget on that baseball stream, it's going to be on the 3rd channel. So don't forget that. Be on the next week's baseball stream will be on the 3rd channel. All right, y'all, I am going to get out of here. No morning show Thursday or Friday, as I will be in Cherokee, North Carolina, to watch the first round of March Madness. Join the bracket. Y'all ask me all the time, and I usually don't do it. I did do one this year, though. The link to the bracket is in the description of this morning show. There it is right there in the comments section. Click that link. The password for the LouTube bracket is LouTube. All capital letters, LOUTUBE. Yeah? Yeah. All right, everybody. Had a great time this morning. I hope y'all have a good Tuesday. Hope y'all have a great week. I will have videos uploaded every day. There just won't be any more morning shows this week because I'll be out of town Thursday and Friday. But I'll have videos up for you every day. And if I upload a video from the casino, it's probably a good idea to watch it because there's always a possibility that we have another altercation up there. I would say it's far less likely that there's an altercation because honestly, I don't know if I can rag people about losing in basketball when I really don't care about basketball. Anyway, we'll see. We'll see. But appreciate y'all tuning in. Y'all take it easy and have a good morning.